Hi everyone, and welcome back to a very special finals edition of the LEC warm-up show. I'm here live, coming from the Fnatic gaming office. We've got two very special guests joining us here today, Dracos and Law. Welcome, guys. How's it going?
Good.
Everything great. Happy final. Thank you for the invite.
On this show, we like to play a game with our guests called Over and Underrated, just to get to know you guys a little bit better. I'm going to give you guys a topic. You guys simply just have to say if it's over, underrated, and quickly why. First one I've got is Dracos' singing and keyboard skills. Over or underrated, Law?
Oof. I want to say underrated because, you hear, basically here you only listen to the edited version of his voice, if I may say.
Sure.
It's very, don't mean to be harsh here. But I actually got to hear his voice live when we were shooting the, the first electronic music video in January. And he actually has a nice voice. There's not many edits there. So yeah, congrats, Dracos.
Well, thank you. I think you're being very generous. My keyboard skills are non-existent in every single music video we make because I never actually play the piano. There was like one piano part in the last one, and there's no piano in this one. It's just like they're like, you're the piano guy, you play piano. I'm like, there's no piano in the song. They're like, just play the piano. It's like, yeah. So I have a piano. I have a bunch of stuff for like electronic musics, and I have like a guitar, and there's like a ukulele in my house. I played bass growing up. It's just all back in the United States, and so I just have a collection of musical instruments. I can kind of play piano.
I mean, talking about musical talent, how about Vedius's guitar skills, Dracos? Over or underrated?
It's actually hard to say because fans love it every time he plays guitar skills. He's really good at guitar, but I don't think anyone underrates him. Like most people are like, my favorite alternate Vedius personality is he's guitarius. Yeah. So like maybe even slightly overrated. They're like, he's the second coming of like the guitar gods. Maybe he's slightly overrated, but he's a very, very good guitarist.
Law, emotes, over or underrated?
We can see that they were underrated up until recently because you can see all the fans they're having in pro play with all the emotes. So it can be BM, it can be a good distraction to the opponent. I think they're underrated. And yeah, Riot should produce more, especially the penguin dabs. Love it.
Zyra in pro play. Law, over or underrated?
You can't do that. So underrated, and I wish LS was here right now to talk about this because
he thinks it's underrated, right?
I know, yeah. And 2 nights ago, I couldn't sleep, and I was thinking about some random stuff in my bed, and I was like, okay, how many bad matchups can Zyra have? And when you think about it, there's not so many of them. So I agree, it's strong in lane. If it falls behind, it's going to be really hard to come back. But I think it's really underrated, and it can be used in multiple bot lane matchups. And I'm also heavily biased.
I think this is so trolling, by the way. I think this is one of those champions that someone's going to be like, yeah, we should try this in scrims. They go into scrims, they get ganked like 5 times in the first 6 minutes, and they never touch the champion again. I think it might be better on stage where people aren't as willing to play aggressive. But like, if you told me in G2 versus Fnatic, someone picked Zyra bot, I'd be like, okay, so how many deaths did they have coming out of the lane phase? How many times did they die when the jungler showed up after they used their root and had nothing left?
It forces a lot of bans, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, yeah, I hope Vicky can bring up today. We'll see. But yeah, very strong champion.
Dracos, last one before we move on. Beards, over or underrated?
Underrated, dude. Underrated. I thought they were overrated. I shaved mine off. I looked like I was like 15 and I was like, oh shit, yeah. Every like 4 years, I'm like, what do I look like without a beard? So like I shave it off and I'm like, oh, that's right. I don't have a chin. Okay, beard, time to come back. Like, let's get it back together. Let's grow as quickly as possible so I can go back to being a complete human being. 30% of my face was beard, Pete. Like they can't get more underrated than that.
It was pretty epic, I gotta say. I mean, why did you take it off for those who don't know?
Oh, I mean, like as I said, it's just like every once in a while I want to shave it off. I didn't want to do it in a way that would because I didn't know what it was going to look like. I didn't want to do it when I was going to be on broadcast. And for like the last month, we haven't been on webcam. And so I shaved it off. And then I was like, oh, wait, I have to do Euphoria on the webcam. So I'm like, damn it. It's like messed up horribly. But it was just like, yeah, if you're ever going to shave or change your facial hair or your haircut or whatever, like quarantine is the time to do it. Because 90% of people just aren't going to see me.
Well, they see you now.
Rip.
Cool. All right, let's during this game we actually saw for the first time emotes in professional play. We saw Whipper use it to very, very good use. We also saw a very cute bee, a certain bee from Reckless. I asked the players what they thought about using emotes for the first time this week. Let's have a look at the video.
So I've never been much for emotes at all. Mostly actually because we weren't able to use them in competitive games, so I felt it was weird of me to use them perhaps in like solo queue or scrims, but not on stage. So I decided to never use emotes. But then about a week ago, the Riot people told us that we would be allowed to use emotes. So I started doing like studies of which emotes I would like to use and which ones I wouldn't. And at first I wanted to use the kittens because I thought they were like really cute. But then I also, after a while, felt like they were too cute. Like let's say I would do like a sad one, maybe someone would like laugh instead of realize that I'm actually a bit sad or mad. So I thought the beats would be like a perfect world of both, where they're still quite serious but still very cute, so you can see my kind of emotion but not get tricked by the cuteness of the emotes.
I actually forgot about the emotes like most of the times. If I guess I need to get more experience with the emotes. I think it could be double-edged sword, because when you like emote and stuff, you don't really like think about the game, but rather like to have fun and stuff. And also, if enemies start emoting, they kind of get triggered, and maybe you don't think about the game as well. So it's like double-edged sword, but it's definitely like more interactive for the fans, and it makes the game more like spicy and fun. So I like it.
How was it to play with emotes on?
I think it was funny. Like I like emotes. Both back and forth. I think they're hilarious when timed well. You know, like someone just spamming the emote is like, it's not really funny because like it's, you know, anyone can like just mash the button, right? But well timed, it can be quite funny.
Because there were situations that we were just like standing in front of our tower waiting for like the waves and just pressing emotes together with Reckless, and it kinda looked unsportsmanship, let's say, however you wanna call it. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool for the viewers.
Are you the type of player that would get really triggered if someone spammed emotes at you?
I don't want to answer that question.
Was the Malphite ult on Kazi one of the more well-timed emotes that you've ever done?
I mean, it was just unfortunate for him. I think that it was like, so what ended up happening is my team was taking a fight topside, and I knew I wasn't going to participate. So instead of immediately going mid, I looped around just to see if there was a. As soon as I saw him on my screen, I flashed the emote, and the comedic timing was not intentional in the sense of like my ult hits him as it disappeared, but it was like I just flashed my emote as soon as I saw him to let him know, you know, you're dead.
I mean, they do it so well. Like I don't know how they do it, but they express what they feel in game by emoting. So I don't know. Like I need to learn how to do that, but it definitely fits them very well. Because Beppo is like, I'm gonna solo kill this guy. This guy is dead. He haven't caught up yet, but you know he goes with the SWAT emoticon, and Reckless just felt sad. You know, like maybe next time, you know, and emotes with bees. It's pretty fun.
Thought when I got the quarter was that I really wanted to get the penta, because I felt like the game was won already, so we didn't really need to like do the correct play then and there. But I don't think Karsi wanted me to have a pentakill, so we decided to go Drake after chasing him for about 5 seconds. And then with the new emote system, I thought it was a good timing to show what I have.
What did you think of his B emotes when he was denied the penta?
They were pretty good. I think the TFT penguin is still the best emote in the game, but the bees are pretty good. I like the bees.
I chose on any emote, but didn't really use it.
So that's the player's take on emotes. Some love it, others not so much. I just wanted to ask you guys, what are your favorite emotes if you use emotes?
I gotta side with Whippo here. The penguin dab is the best one. I mean, in game, I have it for everything. First blood, win a game, ace, everything.
It just filled your wheel.
Yeah.
I respect it. I think my personal favorite that I've now forced Whippo to put on his wheel for the weekend via the power of public peer pressure is the monkey, the My Coco one, where the monkey's like looking like, and just anytime you steal anything away from anyone or they like mess up a play, you just hit them with the monkey holding the cocoa. Like, no, bad.
Mine.
But I don't know. Whippo's right though. The TFT penguin I think is like hands down the most BM, because it's like we talked about it on Euphoria, but it's like he's not good at TFT, right? That gold penguin doesn't mean he's good. He's like very mediocre at TFT, and he hits you with the mediocre icon from basically another game. Like, what's up? Like nice flex. It's like spamming Mastery 4.
Yeah, exactly. Low key showing off.
I guess another BM kind of emote is like flashing a team emote like FPX or something, which Destiny did in their best of 5.
Now that bound going lower and lower, the smite should secure it as the FPX from Destiny! What? You're not good enough to spam that, mate! Go to Worlds!
I think it's I think it's technically not allowed. You're not allowed to flash another team's emote. Yeah, and so I think he got the, I don't know if like he got in trouble for it, if he just got like a hey, don't do it again. But I know people weren't supposed to do it, but like respect to Destiny for going for it anyway. Yeah, you're not supposed to flash another team's emote.
I don't know if you were watching NA last night, but Ignar actually was spamming the 2017 TSM emote to Svenskeren because by then he denied the access to group stage and he was like spamming TSM. I loved it.
EG win this fight. Kumo's gonna lose the Guardian Angel, and he'll lose his life right after. FlyQuest are absolutely gonna claim this victory. The TSM barrier comes up for Ignar saying goodbye, Svenskeren.
I can't say what NA's rules are. I'm just pretty sure.
You actually have to keep up with everything that happens during the last years to enjoy the emote game because it's getting very deep right now.
Yeah, the team emotes are definitely like the most personal. Like if they're allowed, they're definitely super, super, super personal.
It's like, but it's worse than even wearing the skin, like a IG skin or something, when you're playing against IG or something, or reminding using the IG skin against us and using the FPX skin against G2. So rate the player's emote usage. So I mean, Laura, I guess you think Weibo is the best emote user.
Yeah, has the best choices.
Yeah, for sure.
Dracos, you agree?
Yeah, Blip is number 1. I think Reckless gets a close second for the good comedic timing of the happy and the sad B. But that's kind of it. I didn't really see like sweet emote usage from G2 yesterday. They only got really coordinated when it was the ones that automatically trigger, like First Blood or an Ace.
That doesn't
Except for there was one moment top lane where they were playing Ezreal Yuumi. And Mickey and Caps both spammed the respective Yuumi emote and the Ezreal emote, and I was like, all right, that's pretty good. That's solid. So maybe they're third place, like as a duo, they're third place. But I'm excited to see how deep we can get the BM to go.
Yeah. How far do you have to think about this? Do you have to preset the wheel depending on the opponent you're gonna have? Like, this is getting deep.
It's like they're in Champion Select, and then like when you have the countdown after all the champions locked in, you have like 20 seconds to do your emote wheel.
Or do you?
Masteries, summoners, and then emotes.
It's before, yeah. I think you should get iconic LEC reactions as emotes. So you should get like the Yankos like falling over unconscious. Like as long as he thinks that's funny, because if he doesn't think that's funny, like obviously don't take that. But I think that I think that would be funny. Get the Blippo like the poggers the first time he's like, oh, like get that as an emote on the thing, and like that's what you do. Just every time you win an LEC championship, you let the team pick an emote of their player, and then probably the best emote would be the Blippo emote, and probably the best BM strategy would be to use the Blippo emote against Blippo.
But there's so many Blippo ones. There could be so many Blippo ones.
There could be so many.
It's gonna become like Twitch at some point. Like you're gonna have the Intly sang, the Hidden sang, the Blipporgers. I mean everything.
We have the Blippo mustache emote. If you subscribe to the
I see. I see it in the chat now.
Nice.
Press the subscribe button up there, and then you get it.
That mustache was a gift. It was a gift. Why did he ever get rid of it?